Hello, my name is Crissy Florio with Healing and Harmony Yoga with Crissy. I am beyond honored and excited to be here with you today to provide you with some beautiful breath work and some other tools as far as movement is concerned to be able to bring you back into the present moment. I have been teaching yoga for about over a decade, about 12 years now. And I have personally used what I'm going to share with you today to help me alleviate stress and anxiety within my own body, just in simply living through life, through motherhood, but also in my own trauma with dealing with breast cancer. As we all know, unfortunately, all humans at some point will experience some form of anxiety or depression. And when those feelings start to arise within your body, I want you to recognize how it feels in your body. Where is it triggering? Where is the body communicating with you that those are starting to arise? And I want you to understand one thing, that when you are feeling either depressed or anxious, your body is not in the present moment. If you are feeling depressed, that means that your mind is going into the past of something that has already happened, something that you have already experienced. It's pulling you back into the past. And on the flip side, if you're feeling anxious, that means your mind is going so far forward into the future of something that's never even happened. So your mind is starting to create scenarios of what could happen, right? And from the past to the future, we want to bring ourselves into the present moment. So, with some of the tools that I'm going to provide you today, it's going to help you recognize when you are starting to be pulled into the future or into the past, and ways that you can bring yourself into the present moment and regulate. So, our bodies have this beautiful system called the central nervous system. And our central nervous system is where we tend to kind of allow our bodies to get into that either fight, or freeze, or into rest, repair, and ease. And this is where we want to live: rest, repair, and ease, and not in that fight or flight. While sometimes, if we are in a dangerous situation, that flight or fight or freeze of our sympathetic nervous system can be very valuable. If we have a bear running after us, or if somebody, if any type of traumatic situation where it's really life or death, then yes, we want our nervous system to be able to kick in to keep us safe. However, from day to day, most of the times, we do not need to live in that state. We want to live in our parasympathetic nervous system, in that rest and calm, that rest and repair, that ease state. So let me show you how we can get to that place of being present, recognizing when our body is trying to get us to go to that past or future, bring us back to the calm state that our bodies love to live in, and help us to kind of reduce the times that cortisol, that hormone in our body that kind of gets us into that rest, or excuse me, that fight or freeze, cortisol hormone levels, to bring us into some of our more happier hormone levels, the oxys, the serotonin, stuff like that. So let me show you how. So I want you to come into a comfortable seat. I'm personally sitting on a bolster or a pillow. You can also sit on a block. You may even bring yourself to a chair or a sofa. Just get into a comfortable position that you can hold here for a few moments. When you're ready, roll the shoulders down and away from the ears. The hands can rest onto your thighs anyway. And I want you to softly close the eyes, or just lower the eyelids a little bit. And I want you just to take a few moments and start to drop into the body. We're going to try to move more from our mind overthinking about things, and just noticing how the body is conversating or communicating with us. So, in this first few moments, maybe you want to connect with the platform that is beneath you. So, whatever you're sitting on, connect to the touch points of your body that are touching the earth or that platform. Feeling the support that is underneath you. And then as you sit here, just start to notice your breath, not having to change anything. Just noticing the ebb and flow, the rhythm, the pattern. Notice where that rise and fall is happening. Is it kind of happening more in just the lungs, or is it down in the belly? Is your heart beating fast, or is it at a regular pace? We're just looking to build awareness of how that sense of anxiety or anxiousness, or that lethargic, heavy, depressed feeling feels in the body. Noticing how it's showing up for you. Don't let the mind overthink things. We're just observing, no judgment, no expectations, just observing. Awareness is key. We need to understand how it shows up so that when it does, we can come into this space, we can close our eyes, and then we can use this 4-part breath I'm going to teach you right here, right now, to help regulate our nervous system and bring us back into the present moment. So our 4-part breath, I'm going to teach you in a specific count. That count for you may be too short or too fast. So, or too long, right? So I want you to listen to how it comes up for your body. So you're going to take an inhale for about a 2 to 4. A shorter inhalation is what we're looking for. So you can inhale for 2, 3, or 4 counts. Hold the body full. Just hold it at the top of that inhalation for 1 to 2. And then a nice long exhale out through the mouth for 6 to 8. And then bring the lips to touch and hold the body empty for about 1 to 2. And second cycle, inhale for 2 to 4. Filling the belly, so directing that breath right into the belly, then filling up from there. Hold it 1 to 2. Exhale 6 to 8. Again, that may be a little too long for you. If it is, just shorten the breath. And then hold the body empty for 1 to 2. Let's take one more cycle together. Inhale, 2 to 4. Hold it for 1 to 2. Exhale 6 to 8. So that's double of the inhalation, because the exhale will help us calm the body back down. And then hold it empty for 1 to 2. And you will repeat this cycle as many times as you need to calm the body back down, to bring yourself into the present moment. The beautiful thing about our brains is that our mind, can physically only think about one thing at a time. So if you're focusing on your breath and counting the breath and noticing how the breath feels in the body, you cannot be thinking about whatever the scenario was that was taking you either into the past or into the future. So if you are really, truly directing your breath, your mind into your breath, then you can only be thinking about your breath. And that is what's going to bring you into the present moment. Now, another thing that we can use after breathing and bringing you into the present moment is some movement. So we're just going to do some gentle movement here, nothing too intense, but again, another tool to drop into our bodies, calming our nervous system. So taking the hands on top of the knees, we'll do this after you breathe as many times as you need to. So you can pause me right now if you need to do a few more rounds of breath. But if you're good to go, let's continue. Inhale, lift through the heart space. Open up the chest, maybe drop your head back, and then exhale, press away, round chin to the chest, drop it in. And again, inhale, lift through that heart space, gaze up, feel that stretch to the front of the torso. Exhale, press away and round. And one more time here. Inhale, little lifting of the heart. Maybe you'll feel the tailbone reach back behind you. Exhale and round. Then inhale, sit up tall. Reach the arms overhead with another full inhalation. And then as you exhale, lower your right fingertips to the earth. Take a little side body stretch here. Really feeling the imprint of that right sit bone and glutes and cheek down to the earth. Left fingertips reaching up and over. And then inhale, sit up tall. Take it right on over to the other side. Up and over. Maybe recognizing if the left side body or the right side body now feels a little different than it did before. And then inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, lower the fingertips down. Go ahead. If you're sitting on a block, remove the block or the bolster. Okay. And then just walk the fingertips all the way out, just kind of bowing the upper body forward. So whatever shin bone you have in front, you'll feel a nice little stretch through that hip. And we hold a lot of emotions in our hips. So just breathing into that space and noticing the tightness around it and just kind of bringing some subtle movement into it. Stretch will help hopefully to release, even just shed just a little layer. And then inhale, sit up nice and tall. Take that shin bone out, flex and point that foot. So just straighten that same leg out in front of you. Maybe circle that ankle around. And then just let your fingertips come to the earth and then just gently walk them out, taking a moment to experience the back of that leg, the hamstring, the calf, the Achilles. And it's not about bringing your nose to your knee, but extending the back side of the body. So in a sense, feeling the heart like a magnet towards your toes, just melting forward and embracing and appreciating the sensation in the body. Breathing in and breathing out. Now you can come just to a 2-part breath, inhaling and exhaling in and out through the nose. And then lift the body back up with your inhale. Take both hands onto the earth behind you, both soles of the feet to the earth, and just simply windshield wiper those knees from side to side, just kind of letting those knees rock from side to side. And then we're going to take that opposite shin bone in front. So when I first started, I had my right shin bone in front, and now I have my left. So you do whatever feels good to you. And then just drop your shoulders down and away from the ears. And then I want you to take one of your hands. It doesn't matter which one. I'm a righty, so I'm going to take my right hand. And just around my heart space, I'm just going to gently tap. And so close the eyes once again. Just gently tap, a soft tap, but hard enough, right? You're not tapping yourself so hard where you'll feel a bruise, but just enough to where you feel a slight vibration. Coming back to the breath. This tapping sensation helps to, number one, helps your immune system. When we're really stressed, our immune system can be very down. So this is kind of helping to call on our thymus gland, but it also brings us into the present moment. It helps us to alleviate stress. And it grounds us. So this is another tool that you can call on whenever you feel you need to come back to the present moment. Okay. And then you can release that hand down on the inhale, drop your right ear down towards your right shoulder. Close the eyes once again. Feeling that beautiful stretch down the left side of the neck. Maybe dropping your chin slightly forward or slightly back. And then inhale, let the head come back up, and exhale, take it to the other side. Maybe again, just notice how it feels to drop the chin slightly forward or back. Releasing some of that stress build up around the neck and the shoulders. It's where we hold a lot of our stress too. Inhale, come back up. And then from here, just gently walk your fingertips straight out again. Just as far out to where you can keep both of those sits bones and your glutes rooted to the earth. Maybe take a a gentle swaying sensation. You don't have to be stagnant and still. You can invite in a little bit of movement that allows you to explore how the body feels with this. And then inhale, slowly come back up. We're going to take one last stretch, extending that leg out. So it's a nice straight leg. And then from here, we're squaring right over that leg and then just gently walking those fingertips out for a single leg stretch here. Not worrying how far or close you are to the leg, but more importantly, just tuning into the senses, tuning into how good it feels to be in your body and less in your mind. That, my friends, is a gift right there. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. And once again, coming into any comfortable seat, bring the arms out and up as you inhale. And as you exhale, let those hands come back down on top of your thighs. I thank you all so much for joining me today. I really hope that some of these spiritual, holistic tools can help you. Number one, become aware of where within your body do you hold your stress? Where does the anxiety start to show or the depression start to show in your bodies? Becoming aware of when it's happening so that you can regulate with your breath work, with becoming grounded, and with moving from the mind of thinking about all of these things, how you can bring it into the present moment and into the body to regulate. So from my heart to yours, I truly hope you enjoyed it. Namaste.